Well, today's going to be a little bit different. I thought I would give like a roundup of the year ago. Let me know if you like the idea. Give it a thumbs up and comment. But first of all, I'd like to say thank you for all your Christmas greeting messages. I will reply, don't worry. I will get round to it. But I hope you're enjoying your break. Hopefully you got a bit of a break over this period before you have to obviously start the new year. But yeah, I'm gonna basically talk about how it went and give you a few sort of like comments about this sort of experiences, really, about how it all went with the videos and that kind of thing. But yeah, first of all, we went to Hawkridge, didn't we? That got selected in January, and it was when I was going out driving up there, it was quite a cold day, and there were pockets of ice, and I thought, crumbs, because I'm going up to Exmoor. I'm aware that the roads potentially could be a lot narrower, and they were. So a lot of the roads were sort of going up, then really far down. I thought, right, we've got to be careful here driving because, because of all this ice, that you just don't know where it's going to be. So I was quite nervous about doing that, but we eventually got there fine, no problems. But very windy at the top of Hawkridge, and it's like in the middle of nowhere, and there was this bit of filming that I did where I set the tripod up, but being incredibly windy and cold, I had to take my rucksack off, and there's like a little hook to weigh it down a bit. So I had to put my rucksack on there, hold that there, and then also hold on to the tripod, because I think quite easily the tripod could have taken off, and I could have taken off with it, I think. But absolutely windswept it was. But yeah. But then we saw the River Bowl, and it was great seeing that, because what I wanted to do was link this this path up with where we got to Marsh Bridge. So 2 years ago I went to, if you remember, I went to Dulverton and then got to Marsh Bridge. So now we've linked that up, which was really cool. And then of course I did wonder, actually, on the way back, did that sheep get back in by itself, which I probably didn't, the escaped sheep. So it probably stayed out there all night in that little area, and hopefully someone let it back in the main field with the rest of the sheep. So but the sky though, walking back through that field, it was just extraordinary, wasn't it? And then we went in February. We went to Witherpool in Somerset. Yeah, Hawkridge is in Somerset as well. I did the filming of Witherpool at the beginning, and the grey clouds were coming in very quickly, and then it started chucking it down. I thought, oh, God help us, had to run into the car literally, and this is an outtake from that moment.
Yeah, so weather's not good out there. It's just chucking it down, and it was a cloudy day today. It didn't say it was going to be raining in the weather forecast for Witherpool, so it's a real shame.
Yeah, so the thing was, it took me about an hour and a bit to get there, and I thought, I've just got to wait it out a bit. Eventually it did stop, and I was able to do the walk, but yeah, tricky situation. I was just determined to do it, Yeah, we had that river crossing, and got down there, and of course those two other people were sort of looking over at me, I was looking over at them. We were both, all of us were thinking the same thing. Do we cross or do we not? Clearly not safe to do so. And then a huge change of plan after that, wasn't it? Ended up walking in the other direction to Lanark Bridge, which actually I'm pleased I did, because the views over that moorland, it was absolutely stunning, really was. I don't know why I thought it was tar steps at that river I couldn't cross, because tar steps are further down where Hawkridge were, and someone pointed that out. But yeah, and then also, like, at the end when I got back, that great memory of being in the pub and those guys recognising me from my my videos, and then getting some pictures in the pub there with my my leg. They put my legs up in the air, and yeah, it was great fun, really great fun. So yeah, brilliant moment. That was great to meet them all. Yeah, March. So we went to Hewish Champflower. Just, I was fascinated by the name of this place. I was really intrigued, so that's why I wanted to go. And those dogs in the window, I didn't know where they were coming from. When I arrived at the village hall there, I thought, where are they barking from? Looking all over the place. And then I realised, you know, they're coming from that house's window. And yeah, Jack Russell and his mate there just barking at me. Then we sort of walked up Hayden Hill, didn't we? And that was quite a challenge, I must say. It was quite steep. And those lovely banks each side up that, almost like it was like a stream that you could come down. But all that, the carpeted moss each side, so bright. You know, really bright. And it was great to be reunited with the River Tone and walking alongside it as well. But it's also a great sort of environment, because you could park down where the River Tone is, because there's a ford, so that's a nice place to park. And we can't forget Chipstable, if you remember that one. So that was a place where it was a real thriving village at one point, and there was this threading machinery for tractors company there, wasn't there? So I was speaking to someone about it. Then in April, went to Ilminster, because I was around the area, so I thought I would, I hadn't done one of those mini tours for a while, so I thought, well, I'm here, I might as well capture some clips of the place and put something together. So yeah, that's in Somerset, and the Dolphin pub right next to the Minster Church. That area is lovely, it really is, but the whole Ilminster is just beautiful to be in. The architecture, the stone or whatever's used is just absolutely fantastic. Lovely place. And then we went to Yarcombe in Devon in April as well. It's a bit emotional really, because that place had been waiting right at the beginning of starting the Walking Highlights draws. So finally going there was, yeah, it felt really special. And I mean, the panoramic views you get there are just wonderful, you know. Like, I've said this before many times, I know, but I could just stand there for a while looking at it and just appreciating what I'm seeing. But yeah, shame that the pub has closed, but it's the times we're in though, isn't it? When I visited Black Dog, that pub was closed. Big building, fascinating door because of all those badges that they had on them, which all represented different things. Yeah, it's a shame. Then in May, I wanted to well, I wanted to go somewhere in Dorset, and of course Lyme Regis was the place, and that's where we went. So first place in Dorset we went to, and Lyme Regis, I wanted to show you, like, when we were walking down, that view you get, you know, over the Cobb, and then having some shots of walking along Lyme Regis at the front as well. Of course, we sort of touched on, like, learning about Mary Anning, being behind discovering the ichthyosaur and the plesiosaur. Hopefully I've got that right. Sorry if I'm a bit off with that. But then, yeah, we walked all the way to Charmouth, but we sort of learnt about the fact that on the southwest coast path there is going to be diversions, you know. So Footpath Map was saying to me, oh yeah, no problem, you can walk along the front, there's a red line, but you've just got to bear in mind that there's a lot of landslides and things like that, which has been accommodated. You just have to look at the signs, which I had to do. I think, like I say, should have been a bit more easier from the car park at the top. Charmouth car park. No, not Charmouth car park, was it? At the top, that car park at the top. I just wanted a bit more signage, but we went through a golf course, which I wasn't expecting. But yeah, I think what Footpath Map has on it, which I've got to make sure I use more of, I'm going on the southwest coast paths, is you can put the southwest coast path line on the map. So I'm going to remember to do that next time. So yeah, I'm glad I remembered that. Hopefully I'll remember it next time. Yeah, and then so May into June, did my first hotel stay, which I really wanted to do something a little bit different, which I certainly did. And it was great because I got quite a good response from that. Great to be able to sort of like show you in the room and that kind of thing, and my impressions and that, and sort of well looked after there, which was nice. And my first taste of Malaysian food, and it went down a treat, I must say. So yeah, and that was in Kenilworth, and that area is really nice. I mean, you sort of go up from the Peacock Hotel, and there's this wonderful building there, and I did show that on my last bit of my sort of conclusion of the video. But yeah, and of course I went back to the UK Games Expo, which is, yeah, it's really well supported, and I think it's getting more supported every year that I go there. And of course, like, board gaming is one of my other hobbies, which I'm really passionate about, as you know. I think from the fact that I've gone there again, and it was great to see Christian again from iAdventure with the clue boxes, his latest puzzles, and with this time I wanted to go out my comfort zone, so I ended up doing some interviews with game designers and stall holders, that kind of thing. So at first I was really nervous, but I think I just got more and more into it and more comfortable the more I did. But everyone I spoke to was being really, like, friendly. Everyone there's friendly and more than happy to explain about the games and that. So it was great. Yeah, really enjoyed doing that. It just added, like I say, when I was talking about it when I was there, it just added to the content, didn't it? So yeah, really good. But I filmed so much, though, I ended up doing had to do four parts. So it was a lot of filming during that time of the year, and then doing the hotel. So as soon as I finished each day at the UK Games Expo, I thought, well, I've got to crack on and do filming in the hotel. So it was go, pretty much. And then, yeah, July. so there was a bit of a break between like the walking highlights at that point, because I didn't feel very well soon after I did the UK Games Expo and Hotel. So that's why July, when I started doing the next one. But Grand Western Canal, again, thank you for all bearing with me there with holding out for the next video for the walking highlights. But yeah, love that Grand Western Canal, absolutely love it. I love canals, I've made that clear quite a few times, haven't I? But yeah, and we were there when we saw the horse-drawn barge. I mean, we saw 2 of those, didn't we? And that happens more, I think, closer to where the basin of the canal starts, you know. And being there this year when the Tiverton Canal Company was celebrating their 50th year anniversary, it was brilliant. But got some great. I'm really I'm very happy with the shots I got of the horse-drawn barge, especially the one, you know, of that gentleman when we were walking back. So yeah, I mean, we didn't speak to each other or anything like that. I was just literally walking along, noticed he was coming, and I quickly got right close to the bushes, because he was obviously needed a lot more space than I did, because he was walking along. I obviously didn't want to get in his way, but yeah, I was just taking a shot of him walking past, and yeah, it worked out really well. I was very happy with that shot. Yeah, and then August went to Bampton, part 2, and this was a request by Sam, so I'm glad I put that in, actually, because I was really happy to go back to Bampton. It's a lovely place. I mean, I'd be happy to live there, you know. It's a lovely little town. But we went on a different footpath, and we saw a different perspective of Bampton, and went all the way to Morbath, and stopped in that church, which was really nice. It's nice when you can go into churches. Not every church is open, is it? But it was nice to go into that one. And then we went to September. And September was the month of Totnes in Devon. And it's in the heart of the Riverdale Estuary. And it's in the area of outstanding natural beauty, and I can understand that, because when you're walking along the Dart Valley, all the way along, it's just stunning. Especially because we saw that river tour boat that people are on. That would be great, wouldn't it, to go on that? But you can go on those. And then walked all the way to Ashbrington. And Ashbrington's such a picturesque, pretty little village. I would have stayed there longer, but I just didn't have the time. I'm a bit limited as well, because obviously I've got my phone camera's battery that I've got to keep an eye on. When I stop for lunch, I do try and charge my my phone up. I've got like a battery backup that I use, but I don't take long to eat my lunch either, because I just want to crack on. So the time that's charged, it's not really charged enough, you know. It's only giving me about 5, or if I'm very lucky, 10% more battery life. But yeah, I like to sort of get on with it, really. And of course, yeah, I think like with Totnes, fascinating place, and we went at the right time, because there was a market on, and you know, also saw, and I feel it's like a landmark of Totnes is that Eastgate Arch as well. A real symbol of Totnes, I feel. And then there was a break between September and November, so I didn't do anything in October. I think I was just really busy. So thank you again for bearing with me. I think that's pretty much why. But yeah, we went to Maidencombe in Devon in November, and it was nice because I wanted to carry on the coastal path, and I wanted to do a bit of coastal walking because I know that I had good responses from previous videos on coastal paths. But it was nice because the year before that I went to Shaldon, I went to Maidencombe, so it was nice to carry on from Maidencombe to Babbacombe. And Babbacombe, so pretty there, really, really pretty. And I didn't mention actually, but there is a little model village in Babbacombe. But yeah, I'm so glad I ended up getting the bus back. Really, really glad, because it would have been pitch dark and it wouldn't have been great for the content. But yeah, I think it was St Mary Church. That's the little place I went up to, and yeah, I was speaking to a lady, and yeah, I said, do you know where the bus stop is? She goes, follow me, don't worry, we'll give you a lift. I couldn't believe how considerate they were. So I got into the car, her husband was driving, and literally they were sort of driving to catch up with the bus. And the bus stopped in its bus stop, but it went too quick after that and I couldn't get it. So we kept going along the road, and eventually it stopped again. And that was my moment to get out. I couldn't really say much because I had to be quick, but I was just like, thanks so much, take care, bye. And then I ran and got onto the bus. But there's such kind souls out here, isn't there, in this world? So I can't believe it, really. It all happened so quick as well, but it was brilliant. And then December came very quickly, I must say, and I went to Muttersmore in Devon. So that was a recommendation from Rog. So because he was saying the views are great, well, fantastic, really. That's what he said, and the views right round are great, and that's exactly what we saw, wasn't it? Views over Sidmouth through the woods, and then coming back round the other side. And I'm so glad I went at the time we did, because if I went there any earlier, it still would have been brilliant, but we had the bonus of a sunset, didn't we? I was in two minds. Do I just carry on the path to get back in the light, or do we just take a gamble? And I did. I took a risk. I thought, right, let's go round here, the other side. We'll get back. It'll be fine. And yeah, I was able to get that lovely shot of the sunset for the video as well, the thumbnail. But yeah, there we go. So I think it's been a really good year. Really has been, and try to fit in what we can. Again, sorry that some months are going to be a bit tricky to always put a video in, but I'm always trying my best to put a video in every month for these walking highlights. But yeah, we're going to be starting it all again in January, aren't we? Up back in the Grand Western Canal for part 2, which really looking forward to that, to be honest. Someone was commenting saying it'd be interesting to see how far you go, and yeah, hopefully we'll go a nice amount of time and see more of this wonderful canal. But yeah, thank you for joining us, being part of this throughout the whole year, seeing all the different seasons, the the change of colours around when we're walking, the different sounds we hear, and yeah, it's really great, isn't it? Again, thank you for all your messages. Great to hear from my regular viewers and subscribers, and as I say, I wish you all a very happy new year, and I look forward to seeing you in January. Thanks for watching this. If you've watched it all, very thankful for that. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, because I might do it in next year as well. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you in January.